You may soon notice a big difference in your access to public records. The I-Team found legislators just passed the second most exemptions to public records laws since 1995. Investigator Jared Holbrook reveals the reason First Amendment advocates are really so concerned.
It's one of the worst I've seen.
Barbara Peterson, president of Florida's First Amendment Foundation, reacts to this year's legislative results. She believes doors are closing on open government.
It is a concern. It's a continuing concern.
In this recent legislative session, lawmakers passed 17 exemptions to public records laws. According to her records, that's the second highest amount since 1995. In 2014, there were 22 passed. The average is about 10 a year.
But in terms of volume, it was almost 12% of all of the bills passed by the legislature.
Peterson agrees some exemptions are justified, but says many aren't. Her biggest concern with this year's exemptions, Senate Bill 118, which she says will keep the public from viewing criminal history records if the person is found not guilty or acquitted.
That means that if you're hiring a babysitter or a clerk to work in your store, you would go to the FDLE website, search for the name, and they won't pop up.
Peterson says the public should pay close attention to who's proposing these exemptions and why, because it ultimately affects your access to records.
The last time the legislature did anything to really improve our public records law, to enhance our right of access, was in 1995. And that tells you something.
Peterson says this year is the first year ever the First Amendment Foundation is calling for the governor to veto this year's budget. Not because of any specific policies. She says it's because major policy changes were agreed upon behind closed doors in secret. Florida's First Amendment Foundation has been around since 1983. I'm investigator Jared Holbrook, taking action for you.